Welcome to the First 11 Friday Night Fraud Watch. What's going on, Prime? You've done a
Yo, Wagwan people, welcome to Fraud Watch. Prime trying to stitch me up, yeah? But man can't get me like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, who's echoing again?
Yeah, that was O'Shea. Yo, this ain't even my show. Man got me doing the intro already and that, man. Yo, Captain of IBC, turn it up and that, you know what I'm saying?
In the end, I always who's echoing?
No, you don't. Prime's the man on Fraud Watch. Every week, Prime's like, do you want to do the countdown? Right? So the first week doesn't do any countdown. We're all stuck there looking at the screen. The next week, he's doing the countdown. Oh, it's not working. This week, I'm just figuring he's going live. And I start speaking as he's doing the countdown. Like, this is crazy. But listen, people, Friday Night Fraud Watch, First 11. We've got special guest KJ, Mr. Vibes FC, Captain Vibes FC is now. Is that correct?
Oh, Captain
Vibes FC.
You've been given the armband.
I thought it was a pastor.
Okay.
No, that's Bob's fam.
Bob's is the
He's
pastor.
finally been given the armband, KJ. Wagwan.
Finally, man, I've always had the armband, fam. I'm just letting people know Wagwan now, you know what I'm saying? KJ, Elite KJ at your service, Captain of Vibes FC, pastor of the Church of Vibes, leader of the Resistance, you know what I'm saying? And I'm here with, I've got a title for him now. Fraud Watch. The band of brothers watching out for the frauds with Warden, Indiana, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Warden,
bro.
Oh, is that because he's a cop?
Trust me, they won't let me work on that side of the prison. Trust me. The only way I'm working in a prison is if I get good behavior.
I
That's
see
the
how
way
it
that's
is,
happening.
KJ. He gets a cool
Like,
nickname.
Warden, I'll accept the Warden.
I see how it is.
Bro, what is that hair
Nickname and
fam?
he gets a cool nickname.
So
Your hair like
What's the echo? I thought there was an echo. I genuinely thought there was an echo. KJ, I'm a member of Vibes FC, but I got a bone to pick with you.
Yo, Yusuf, what you gotta pick, fam? We can discuss it out. I'm ready, bruv.
Whole squad in the house.
Also, remember Vibe FC, we love to see it, fam. Let's go.
KJ, let's start with you. Who should be on Fraud Watch this week?
Oh, listen, yeah, you know, I've said it before, I said it again. I've said it at Midnight Vibes. This guy, yeah, is the worst goalkeeper in the freaking league, bro. He's basically Pickle's little brother. They look basically the same. Aaron Ramsdale, yeah, is a whack, fam.
What's the big issue?
Why did you bring him on? That was my guy. Why did you tell me?
You pick another one. Listen, what's my issue? The issue is not, he can't even goalkeep.
The legend is in the house.
Man, like Sam, Wagwan. I've heard good things about you, Sam.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sam, I need an autograph, man.
Sam
You're a
did
legend,
one.
bro.
We got to get
This
Sam
guy's a
on
full-on
the show
pike,
at some
man.
point.
We gotta get you on the show, man. We gotta get you on the show, Sam.
Yo, listen.
Oh.
Shay, leave it. But anyway, yeah.
Check the private chat. Sorry, KJ. Check the private chat. Continue. Sorry.
Anyway, Aaron Ramsdale, yeah. Sorry, Jim, that I took your guy, but I have to say, my issue with him is not a goalkeeper, bro. He's just there to fulfill a spot in the starting 11, fam. He can't even do his job. As much as I love the fact that we beat them yesterday, two of those shots, yeah, shouldn't go in. If you're a goalkeeper, you saved them. Actually, no, wait, all three of them. A competent goalkeeper
All three.
saves them or gets to the ball. Like, he is like, I feel for him because when he first came in Burnley, yeah, they just lost Begovic. They lost what's the Polish brother? What's his name? I forgot his name. The goalkeeper the first had. And then it's like, okay, Aaron Ramsdale's coming from the academy, cool, and he's done a decent job. They get relegated, but it's like, you know what? Yeah, he doesn't look too bad. Sheffield take a punt at him because they need to replace Dean Henderson. I'm like, cool. Let's see what this kid has got. And this kid has just been terrible. It's not like he's gone from a massive club. It's not like he's gone to a massive club like Leicester.
Sorry, KJ. Someone's got their TV on in the background, man. I can hear it. That's better, I reckon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it's not like he's gone to a massive, like a bigger club like Leicester or United, or like, you know what I mean? Like freaking Bob's making noise and that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's done that. He is playing for Sheffield United, bruv.
Yeah, but
what's the issue? Why are you performing?
Can I just add to this? Because it was
go on.
my fraud watch as well. Because I might as well just let it out. You know, I always bring in these weird frauders, and I always find players that just get on my nerves. And he's right. Aaron Ramsdale is an absolute shocker. He's had 50 Premier League appearances, right? And out of the 50, he's only kept 5 clean sheets. Man has conceded 86 goals in 50 games. 86 goals. He's nearly doubled his goals conceded
crazy.
in appearance. The man
The only defense.
He's dead, bro. Like, who didn't do that? Like, he's a criminal. It's like Eric Dyer is a criminal in his position. Like, there's no way. I don't know how. When Bournemouth got relegated, I don't even understand how he managed to get out and go to Sheffield United and stay in the Premier League. He should have been going down with them and even further down. He's shocking, bro.
Even further down.
Bad. So he's not good. Arthur, that's it, Boric, fam. Arthur Boric, bro. Like, I see. That's a throwback name, that is.
If you had to have one, though, would you?
The holy
Jem,
goalie. He's loved in Scotland.
Being a Chelsea fan, would you rather have him or Kepa?
Can I just say something about Kepa?
I would rather have Prime, man. I would rather have Prime.
It's not an option, Kai. It's not an option.
Kepa in the league, right? He's played 72 or 3 games for Chelsea and he kept 22 clean sheets. Yeah, this man kept 5 clean sheets in 50. 5, bro. And he conceded 86. Kepa conceded 92, but he obviously played more games, 72.
I'm gonna make a claim, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Once they need to buy a new goalkeeper. Once they get a new goalkeeper, they stay up.
Do you think that is their biggest issues? The goalkeeper.
No, that is the biggest issue. Have you seen the goals that this man's conceding, bro?
Them goals were criminal. Rashford's goal yesterday was criminal, bro.
Criminal, bro. Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Criminal, bro.
So, KJ, are you saying the only reason why? Where did they finish last season? Was it 7th?
No, 8th or 9th or something. Like.
Are you saying the only reason why they finished that high was because of Henderson?
No, I'm not saying it was a big help that Henderson was there.
You basically you say it's because of Henderson, man. Basically,
I'm not saying because of Henderson. Because I'm saying trying to make Henderson seem like the greatest goalkeeper in the world. It's just you don't go from 9th to 20th out of nowhere because you're a bad team. You go there because someone's not doing their job, like their goalkeeper.
Do you not think, KJ, that the reason that they are 19th, 20th actually, is because Wilder is a basic coach? Because in the first season, right, he had this overlapping centre backs, but everyone, it's like, look when Leicester won the league, 4-4-2. Next against season, where did they end up? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and also with Ramsdale, with that stat, what you said, brother. Remember, he played in goals for Bournemouth. And he's went to Sheffield United. But no, I'm with you. I agree with you. He's on a fraud.
Yeah.
Joseph, I'm coming to that, bro. Don't worry.
Bob, to your point with Wilder, I think that's correct. I do think that's correct. People have found him out. Lol. That's hilarious, fam. People have found him out. Kai, let's take the compliment and move on, fam. Don't let it get to you too much, man.
Kai, respond. We're not moving on until you respond.
I feel uncomfortable and flattered at the same time, man.
Take your flowers, bro. Take your flowers.
Take your flowers, fam. Take it and move on, bro. But anyway, Bob, to your point, yes, Wilder has been found out, which doesn't help their cause. But what doesn't also help? You know what else doesn't help their cause? The fact that their goalkeeper lets in easy shots he should save.
Yeah, but also, do you know what else doesn't help their cause? Is the players he brought. And like, all jokes aside, Rhian Brewster for 20-25 million.
24 mil.
On what evidence, right? And the way he plays and the way they play, on what evidence does he get them 20 goals? Like,
it don't make sense.
Because we're Liverpool. Listen. Because we're Liverpool, and Michael Edwards will get blood out of a stone, bruv.
Wait, O'Shea, I've got a question for you, fam. Well, listen, what kind of criminal underground organization are you running out there? Because the way you shake, man, The way you shed people, fam. How
I
money you got
told
with
you,
your
you've
players, fam.
got American owners working with a German manager. That's a recipe for disaster, fam. The whole league is done, bruv. You man think that happens Mr. Nice guy, blood. You understand?
Shame.
Bro, it's done. Moving like mafia. You understand? Manchester
cool. So
in
he's
Europe.
on Fraud Watch.
He's definitely.
Yeah,
I
he's
want
on
Pro
to go Kai next.
Also, before we do that, I have a request. Brian, what is this bone that Yusuf's trying to pick with me? I'm still unsure.
What does he have with you?
Yeah, he said that he wants to chat to me about something, isn't it?
Oh, he hasn't replied back.
No, I swear he says it's about the whole thing about Ali and our transfers. I don't get what he's trying to say.
Check
Is this the guy who said Oli should be on Fraud Watch?
Who's this guy bothering me, fam? You got to deal with this, bro. Who's this guy bothering me? I don't like this.
What's happening?
I see Yusuf all the time with
transfers. Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the test.
He made another one. I see Yusuf all the time. Yusuf's a brother, fam. He's a cool guy.
Sancho, we dodged a bullet. Pau Torres denied us. We couldn't sell Paul Pogba, so we didn't sign a DM. We put in a bid for Badashile for 20 mil, and Monaco said 50 mil. It's about time we stopped overpaying.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool, but I've never really talked about Pau Torres or Bila Charlie and stuff like that. Sancho, on the other hand, man stunk at the joint again apparently tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I told you, it's all part of his plan, KJ. It's all part of his plan. I've told you.
Yeah, but KJ, he backs you on. Also, Sheffield United spent 50 million on Ram. They spent 50 million on Ramsdale.
No, and Ramsdale and Brewster, like together combined is 50. 50 mil for those two. Oh, that's criminal.
No, that's disgusting. That's
wait.
That's
you're
bad,
telling me Ramsdale cost 26 million?
Yeah. No, was he not 18? Was it not 18?
I thought it was less than that.
Brewster was 24 or something like that. If you say they spent 50 M's on those two combined. Listen.
You've got to look at the manager.
That's a fraud.
You've got to look at the manager.
Liverpool does money laundering.
The thing is, you got to look at the manager. I agree with KJ. Ramsdale is on Fraud Watch, but you got to look at the manager. What are you doing in your boardroom or your scout meetings that you're saying, to improve this club, we need Ramsdale as number one? Surely that must be raising eyebrows. Like, imagine if you're the chief scout and he's telling you, let's go get Ramsdale.
Wait, deep it. They are better. They were better last season when they spent 1 million, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they are better when they spent 1 million compared to how much they spent this season.
I don't know who the scout is. Yeah, I don't know who the scout is, right? But if someone goes out and goes after the goalie of Bournemouth, bear in mind Bournemouth have just been relegated. You surely would look at the stats and it, suss out that obviously this guy is not good. They haven't done that.
Brexit FC.
No, that's Burnley. This is UK.
But I mean, we could probably say on this forever. Sam Greenwood says, "Is Ollie on Fraud Watch? United one game in hand, second in the league. I'm an Arsenal fan. We have Playmobil man as manager." Yeah, put in the comments down below if you guys want on Fraud Watch. 25 people
Playmobil
watching.
man as manager.
Share out there and everything.
He's like a Ken doll that didn't make it out of the factory. Like his hair is just like it's not real.
Did you say a Ken doll or Ken doll?
No, Ken doll from the Barbie collection, bro.
Also, three midfield thinks Dortmund should be on Fraud Watch as well.
Yo, fam, is that Kojo, fam? I see.
Hold tight, Kojo, man.
Who's next, though?
Kai, I want to hear Kai's because I have a feeling Kai's is going to be quite controversial.
Do we have to guess?
my fraud of the week, man. It's none other than balding from the back, Frank Lampard, man. No one else, man.
No. I told you that was my one in the group chat. What are you talking about?
Well, are you serious? Do you want to do it?
Balding from the back. That's a
violation.
Indiana, we've got to talk about these, man. This is getting silly.
Brian, put that comment up. Listen, Lord Janus the Third, my wife and my son are sleeping, so I don't want to make any noise. So shut your mouth. Carry on.
12-year-old.
About 12-year-olds, My son's sleeping, so's my wife sleeping. Shut your mouth.
Oh, you know what it is, yeah. You know what it is. You
Yes,
Spooky headphones,
Boy,
you know.
you know what Bob's is, yeah? Bob's is that game where he plays card and beefs 12-year-olds and Lion fam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Suck your mum, fam. Suck your mum, blood.
Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, no. All right, well,
Who's
if Kai,
going to take it then?
Kai,
Yeah.
can I jump in with you, Kai? Can I jump in with you, Kai?
Let me say it from a Chelsea point of view. And
Nah,
you
bro,
can-
because I took notes.
No,
You know,
say it from
I
a
got the
Sky
black
point
book
of
out
view.
and everything, man. We got notes. I got notes.
Wait, let Kai go, bro. He wants to unload.
I got stats, man. You got notes. I got stats. 3 pages, man. 3 pages of stats, my man.
Let's get through it then, Kai.
Hey, we all face it, man. This guy, Ole, man, he has a nice guy's face. Man has secretly been doing better than Lampard, and nobody is fucking even blinking, man. Lampard right now, guys, this season has 48% win rate, man. 48% win rate, man. Ole has 59. And all of us are acting like Lampard.
I think we should have.
It's the next
sorry
big
to
thing, man.
interrupt. Sorry to interrupt.
You know
I
what,
think we
though?
should have done everyone else first because I know
You don't sound sorry, man.
No,
You
no,
don't
let
sound
him go,
sorry
let
when
him
you said
go.
that, man.
Let him go.
Unload, blood. Unload the clip.
Come on, get it off your chest.
Basically, this guy comes to us after the press, and he's slamming the players, man. Man playing all the players out of positions, and he's blaming them, man. Next, you know what he's going to do? He's going to play Zuma as a striker, man. The guy doesn't have a...
He is, bro. He already is. Look at all those goals, fam.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
He is, man. He's scoring more than our strikers, which is scary,
I'd
man.
argue that he's more clinical than Tiny Wiener, to be fair. But
To be fair, Tammy Werner's playing left back nowadays, man, so it doesn't really matter,
They've
man.
scored over 5 goals, actually. Werner and Zuma are the only 2 players that scored over 5 goals this season in our squad.
Bro,
Yeah.
but see, with all seriousness, man, I have not been impressed with Lampard this season, man. We are like 18% worse than last season with this in the same amount of games. We already lost 3 games from 14. We won less than 50% of our games, man. From 14 games, you won 6. You think
Kai, is that-
Papa Roman is gonna be happy? Papa Roman is already having an assassination going on, man. Sorry,
You know what
the
though?
process, bro.
You man will give Frank Lampard this criticism, yeah. But at the end of the day, I've said this to you before, and I've said this to Jem as well in the group chat. The criticism should be aimed at Roman Abramovich. He had no business appointing Frank Lampard, because of nostalgia or because Man United appointed Ole. Why? He had no business appointing Frank Lampard when he had no real managerial credentials to take over Chelsea in the situation they were in. Do you know what I'm saying?
I understand why he got him, yeah. So sorry, KJ.
Yeah. O'Shea, remember at the time when Lampard came in, them men were in turmoil, bro. Inside the club, infighting, sorry in, sorry out.
Which makes it
Shaking
worse.
all about it.
KJ.
Shush for 2 seconds, bro. They needed Frank Lampard to come in and just steady things. Now the thing is, yeah.
Now it's steady, man. Go. It's steady already.
The only thing to say is they gave him 200 million. Was that the wisest thing?
But did they give that to him? Did they give that to him?
230.
Listen, KJ, you spoken. Now let me talk, yeah? Listen, all this bullshit about steadying the ship is bollocks, bro. Why are you bringing inexperienced man? This guy has only managed 1 club before and he did fuck all with them.
And it's Derby, man. It's Derby as well.
Chelsea Football Club isn't some lower table team, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You're bringing in a manager who's got no experience based off the back of a 20-year playing career to come and take over one of the biggest clubs in Europe who are in turmoil. That is the dumbest thing you can do. That's like me managing Anthony Joshua and getting some dickhead off the street who's never
I
trained
don't
boxing
think we
to
were
claim
in
it.
turmoil, man. I don't think we finished 3rd the season before we played Champions League. We're not.
Kai, you get the point I'm making. You guys were not in a position where you were top of the world. You just won the league or whatever. You had a transfer ban and you just lost your best player who's been carrying you. Why are you bringing in this manager? Why bring in this manager? Look, I don't blame Frank Lampard. He's a Chelsea legend. He may never get a chance to manage Chelsea again. Of course, he's not going to turn it down. Roman Abramovich is the one who appointed him. It's on him. Whatever happens is on him.
Keep that comment there. You know when I said this, I said all Chelsea fans, most Chelsea fans are really Lampard out. Yeah, they just can't admit it right now, but inside they need to confess.
Yeah.
I said, what's happening, bro?
KJ,
Kai is Lampard.
Listen.
You
I
have a
would
new
want
name
my
for him.
I would want my own dad out if he was out of spot like a Lampard is right now, man.
I'm not talking about you. 'Cause you've been Lampard all day. I'm talking about the ones that were like, yeah, I'm Lamparding. Yeah, like he's better. Yeah, like I'm not talking about them man there, fam, because I knew deep down that you man are just waiting for Lampard to be gone. Because 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks before that point, yeah, you man was saying he weren't good enough, and all of a sudden now he's the guy, isn't it? So I knew what was coming. Will, I love you, fam. But you were one of them man in it. Like, it is
Bro,
what it is.
the guy has the worst win record. The guy has the worst win record at Chelsea, other than Hiddink, the intern manager, man. That's how bad it is, man.
Kai, I'm gonna back you. Yeah, check this out.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead. He did his studies, man. Listen to what.
So, listen at this. Yeah. So, in his first season, yeah, Lampard got 66 points and he came fourth. Yeah. Do you know the season before that? Sarri got 72 points and he came third, and he won a Europa League. Sarri had a worse squad than Lampard. Okay. No one says it in the media because Frank Lampard is English. Check this out now, yeah.
Preach, my
This
bro. Preach.
this season, yeah, he's 4 points off from what he was last season. So he's regressed. Hold tight, right? Sarri had the same last season and he won a Europa League in third place with a worse squad. Bear in mind, Lampard has bought so many players and let some players go. But Sarri achieved more points in the Premier League and he brought home a European trophy. Check this out, yeah.
With Eden Hazard, yeah. All right. So, yeah.
With no defeats as
Yeah,
well.
but
No
you've got
defeats.
tiny wheels.
With Eden Hazard, yeah. With Eden Hazard.
Listen.
Yeah.
You bought all these players to replace Eden Hazard. So, you know.
When? Not the first season, second season, but yeah, go on. Yeah.
Wait. KJ, are you the only one? Are you the only one? Hang on, Kai. Are you the only one hearing like Aaron, Manny, and Danny right now, but just speaking about Chelsea? Like Jem's like, come on.
Which one am I?
Yeah, I know who you are. You are because you are 100% Lampard out. So we've called you the Chelsea Aaron. So
no, listen, you know what?
No. We've called him Aaron from now on.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing
Yeah, Karen. We've gone with.
So
Sorry,
at Derby,
Bob, sorry. Did you say Sarri had a worse squad than Lampard last season did?
Yeah,
if
he had
you look
Morata
at
as
the
a striker.
talent. Yeah, he had Morata as a striker that wanted to leave all season, was twerking for Juve and Madrid, saying what to leave.
True, but he also had Eden Hazard.
Tammy Abraham still scored more goals than
Yeah, but he also had Hazard.
He had 2 months Hazard was injured that season. 2 months.
Sorry,
2 months Hazard was injured that season.
So basically, right, what I'm trying to say is that in the last 3 years, okay, Chelsea have regressed, but you've bought the talent, blah, blah, blah. And if I'm honest with you, okay, Lampard had the Derby job, okay, and he got that job because his uncle called the chairman and was like, yeah, give Frank the job. So he was gifted. And even with Derby, he had the same points that he had with Chelsea. And he failed to come up. Okay.
But it is about who you know.
Evidence? No, hear me out though. So on what evidence has he given anyone in football to say he was going to improve on what Chelsea had done with Sarri? You just won a Europa League. The man got you third, a Europa League, and he got you into the Champions League.
And that's why I'm saying the blame could lie with Roman Abramovich.
He's a Chelsea man. He's a Chelsea man. Unlike Sarri, was not a Chelsea man.
No.
Yeah, but so what?
Everything you've just said there, yeah. Everything you've just said there, Bobs. 1 second, big man. Everything you've just said there is the reason why I'm blaming Roman Abramovich. I'm not saying he's a shit owner. He's one of the best the Premier League has ever seen.
You better not, man. Because you'd be disappearing, man, if you said that, man.
But did he not come in because there was a transfer ban?
Listen to me. Of course, Roman Abramovich is one of the best owners the Premier League has seen for what he's done with Chelsea. Yeah, but he doesn't mean he's exempt from criticism, and he had no business appointing this manager. As that's like me getting some random guy off the street to do my kitchen and then complaining when my kitchen sucks.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're necessarily wrong. You're right. That Abramovich deserves criticism if this goes completely wrong. I don't think it's gone completely wrong yet. But here's my question to O'Shea. At that point, Chelsea, renowned for having money, spending money, having all these P's. They've come to all these top managers and they've said you're getting no P's. Oh, by the way, you have to use all these youth players from their championship. How many top managers would be like, oh yeah, I want to do that? So you
know what?
Think
I'll answer that question for you, big man. AJ, I'll answer that question for you, big man.
Go on.
And yeah, 1 second, let me answer that. Right, first of all, who was it? I had this conversation. Was it Jem? And bro, football doesn't work like that. Yeah, money talks. First of all, and you're getting paid a big wage to come and manage Chelsea, West London, massive club. Of course, you're going to take that. Number two, it's not as if Chelsea had a 3-season ban. They weren't going to be able to sign players for 1 season. Don't tell me this that Chelsea had no appeal to any top manager. Don't tell me that. If they wanted to get a top manager, they could have got a top manager. Don't tell me that they had
I
no
don't
appeal.
think they did.
Of course
Plus,
Can I add on this? Can I add on this?
Can I just go? Plus, if you know how we were dealing with the situation, you knew like we were going to get the ban cut in half anyway, which we did. I think like I get it because you could have had an interim manager for a year.
I've also got more reasons why he's on fraud watch as well. By the way,
AJ, what you said earlier is what I said. These man already.
Yeah, Prime. I've got this for Prime, and then I'm going to leave this whole Lampard discussion to you, man, because I don't really care at the end of the day. Prime, are you now going to admit that you're Lampard out, fam? Like, come confess. Confess.
I have Instagram text. If you lie, man, I will expose you now.
I'm like,
admit it.
I really do want to give Lampard the time to improve and stuff, but I keep questioning. He does have to improve.
No, you're a Lampard out. Just admit the thing, bro.
Yes or no, man?
Come on.
Join the club. Come on, Prime. Come on.
No, you didn't answer. Prime, admit.
But no, I'm not. Okay, listen. I've said if West Ham and Arsenal we lose both games, maybe we can talk.
I think he'll go. I honestly think if he doesn't have a great run up till Christmas, Abramovich just be like, do you know what?
Yeah.
I can't cope with this.
Yeah,
he's not
again.
He's not sacking a manager.
Exactly. That's what
He already is looking. There's already rumors looking at different managers. You know.
But again, listen.
West Ham,
Based on my actual
a win with
expectations
Arsenal.
of Frank when he first came in, he is doing exactly what I expected. Because I am
Prime. I am basically Yoda.
But no, like I kept saying,
what do you mean he was doing exactly what you expected?
No, but like I keep saying, I didn't think he can be that guy, and he's not. So for me, I'm not mad about it or anything. It's not like I'm saying I'm Frank out because I'm angry or anything. No, because I expected this.
So
why are you going back on stuff that you said, bro? Because you was one of the biggest supporters of Lampard.
Can I
stop that? Seriously, come on.
I wasn't.
Can I add on
supporters of Frank when?
Yeah.
Can I add on that a little bit? See, the thing is with me and Lampard, right?
Me and Lampard knows him.
What pisses me off about the guy?
Bad experience.
People, no. Okay, the job that he's doing is not good. People are saying he has done great, and that's what the issue I have with the whole thing. He has not done great. He has done okay. If you tell me Lampard is doing okay so far, I'll be like, all right, I give it to you. But telling me the man has done great, losing 12 games, a Chelsea record, by the way, having a win rate of 50% is doing great, then I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, man, because you're falling in love way too much, man. It's like that girl who cheats on you all the fucking time, and then you catch her, but you always forgive her. And you're
Michael
like,
Johnson,
oh, babe, your hair looks so beautiful, man. Your hair is the most beautiful hair from all the
That's
fucking
Mike.
hair.
Crime. That's Mike.
Oh,
yeah, Mike.
okay, bro. Yeah,
I saw you on Bob's channel, yeah, trying to chat to Anita with your shirt off, fam. Don't act like you weren't doing it on purpose, bro. Like, I saw you, fam. Michael, did you change your DP to that shirtless photo, especially for Anita, fam? I feel like you might have done that, fam. Like, I've got contacts, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can do the
Anita's taken.
Man,
that's just an obstacle, man. It's not a challenge, man. It's just an obstacle, man. It's never.
Let's move it along. Let's keep moving, otherwise we're here
Go on.
And staying on the same one. Prime, have you actually come up with a fraud yet? Have you got one? You've only had 7 days to think of one. So if you need more time.
Another 10 minutes.
I want to put Arsenal fans.
What?
Again?
So
What?
boring, man. Choose something interesting, man.
How
Yeah,
they
they are so
frauds
boring.
when they
No,
they're
I
not frauds when they
haven't. I
are.
haven't put them on actually.
Yeah, but everybody else
I'm
did.
sure we have covered everything in Arsenal. I'm sure we have.
This is boring.
Every
Well, no, I
Arsenal
haven't.
fan has
no,
gone
but
numb
I
to
haven't
it.
personally
Slowly
thought
coming
about
down
that.
the
Okay, fine. You want me to?
Nope.
Fine, but if you want me to pick something
Arsenal
else,
fans frauds anymore, bro.
what?
Okay, Prime. What are you thinking then?
Can I go with it?
If you want to go with it, you go with it. But unless
I'm
it's something we haven't spoke about, Prime.
I haven't spoken about it on here. No.
Okay.
And I don't
Prime,
personally.
Let's just go.
Okay, just let. Yeah,
let's just
all right.
go
I'm
with it.
confused.
Do it,
I was gonna say I'm confused how they're frauds when they're not pretending to be anything other than deluded.
They're dying, man. They're numb
That's what I'm
inside.
saying.
Arsenal fans have no
fraudulent
more,
about
man.
them, Prime? What's fraudulent about them?
People are dead,
I
man.
can speak now then. Right.
Here we go, man.
Prime's back.
Let's go, man.
Prime, you're giving me an extra. You give me my
well,
ex
no,
flashbacks.
Kai, let
man.
him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. Come on,
This is
Prime.
why
The floor's
I
yours.
remove people.
Can I speak? Am I allowed to speak?
Thank you. I think the fans that I'm talking about DT on this one. The fact that he's still backing Arteta when we all know he is Arteta out, I find that quite childish.
Why was he doing that? Why do you think he's doing that, Prime?
He's doing that because he doesn't want to prove Lee Gunner right.
Oh, wait. But how do you know he's doing it because he genuinely does? How do you know he's Arteta?
You can whenever he's asked questions like that, he responds in a childish manner. You can kind of tell. Again, I'm just going off my assumption. You can kind of tell.
You didn't study psychology in school, did you? You're not really good at body language. Well,
Cool. No, but again, I'm only.
Only you,
What is
man.
it that tells you that, Prime? What is it that tells you that? What makes you think actually this is all an act and he's doing this?
the voice in his head, the leprechaun voice in his head has told him. That's what it's coming out
in
with.
his head. Oh shit! Never changed.
No, let him go.
Never
Let him go.
changed.
Let him go. What is it, Prime? What is it that makes you think like that?
Hello.
No, because the way because I do watch AFTV content and a bit of DT stuff and stuff like that. And whenever he's asked that question, he never really seems to
Wait.
answer.
Why did you
You
put
get-
that comment up and you left it there?
You just distracted. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. To be honest, I didn't
Leave
even know.
Prime
I'm just-
alone,
I'm-
man. Leave-
okay, fine, keep talking.
Yeah, so Prime. So
I'm just clicking on stuff and flicking through. I didn't realize that was
yeah,
there for what?
Prime. So you're saying
good
that
man.
because he doesn't give a straight answer about Arteta, you believe he's really?
No, see,
No,
keep
So I'm asking
interrupting me.
the
You're not
question.
gonna
I'm asking for clarification. That's what I'm
Yeah,
asking for.
that's what I need right now.
I don't think he doesn't actually say what he's not saying what he genuinely feels. He's standing his ground on his point because he doesn't want to admit that he's wrong.
But you know
It's
what?
for
So
entertainment.
wait. So basically, what you do is that how you can tell?
Okay.
Oh dear.
That's the genuine question, bro.
You know what it is. You know what it is, though. You know what it is. DT is just scared to admit that he's wrong. That's it. Because he was shitting on Ole. He was shitting on Lampard. And as soon as this manager is sacked, he has to go back to all these people and go like you know when you were like 2 years old and you pushed that kid and your parents forced you to apologize. That DT. He's gonna have to go to all those champs and be like, I'm sorry I said that. I didn't mean it. Arsenal are crap and you were right.
He's never going to do
He
that.
just doesn't want to go through that. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it. It's not that deep, man.
He's not gonna do it. Yeah. Never.
Are you guys
Okay,
interrupting or can I
Listen,
finish?
who
Or are you
okay,
guys still
listen,
making a
listen,
joke out
Prime,
of it?
if you
Or
want
what?
to put DT on Fraud Watch, we'll
That's
put
a
him
fair
on,
shout to be
we'll
fair.
put him on Fraud
Yeah,
Watch. And
it
listen,
is.
Oh, it's a fair shout after.
I think the
didn't get
guy's
to explain, that's
entertaining,
cool.
but I think a lot of what he
You
says
did
is
explain
for
it.
entertainment. But you
Yeah,
did
but
explain.
You said Arsenal fans
Okay.
first.
Well, if
I
you guys
explained
most
it-
of
Explain
it
it
is
enough for us to
interrupting.
understand your point.
Well, most of it is interrupting, but that's
Okay,
fine.
Prime,
Who else
go
is
shoot
next?
all the way. Listen, let's let Prime shoot all the way through.
No, it's fine.
Let's go quick.
Who else is next? It's fine. Who else? Is
No,
next?
no, do it. No, Prime, I want you to.
No,
I
but
genuinely
again,
want
like I said, I'm good. Who else is next?
Gee.
Okay, who else?
Yeah, he is making
O'Shea.
himself look silly.
X flashback. I'm
O'Shea.
telling you, bro.
O'Shea, it's
X
you.
flashback.
O'Shea, who needs to go on Fraud Watch?
You know what? I was gonna
Okay.
say Roman, but I don't really think it's big enough to put him on Fraud Watch.
Yeah, you just don't want to disappear, man. You know Roman is watching this, man.
Well, that's one part of it, Kai. I know
Yeah,
your
well,
friend
you
is
can
watching me. I
DM me via
don't want to.
You are.
I don't want to pig's bed him. I don't want to pig's head in my bed, Kai. But look, no, Tottenham are going on. Yeah,
Tottenham, why?
Tottenham are going. Because you know what, yeah.
Is
You
it
know
because
what,
Liverpool beat
Tottenham?
them?
No. Let me explain why. Yeah, Tottenham are a good team, and they've been phenomenal this season in the league. And Harry Kane and Son have been on form. But for me, whenever it comes to, and Tottenham have never ever not been a team that's been good and challenged for stuff. They've always had that ability in them. But the problem with Tottenham is that whenever they come to the clutch moment when it matters, they bottle it and they flop. Yeah, Bottle FC. Big family fun size 4-litre bottle and everything, blood. They're not even seagulls no more. They're pigeons, fam. They're full on
Yeah,
bottlers. And for me, yeah, I do respect Tottenham. I do respect them to a degree because they've challenged before. They've got to a European final and they've had great teams. But whenever it comes to the clutch moment, they fall short. They had no reason not to beat us today, and the other day. And not only did they not beat us, but they got bullied for 90 minutes. 76% possession. 17 shots on target.
I think that was
11
part of the
points.
game plan, though.
Yeah, but I
It's
say,
part of
is
the
that
game
is that really a Tottenham thing or is that a Jose thing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a Tottenham thing. It's a
No,
Tottenham
they're
thing because at the end of the day,
No, because to be honest,
long before Jose,
is this
one
the
sec,
Liverpool game you're talking about?
Bobs, one sec. It isn't a Jose thing. Maybe Jose's adding to it, but I don't think overall it's a Jose thing because he did win things at Manchester United. It's a Tottenham thing because Tottenham have always bottled every big moment or every chance.
But O'Shea,
They've
they
had.
haven't bottled
They've
the
always
league
bottled
yet.
it, and this is
League ain't over.
They haven't bottled
They haven't bottled the
They
Carabao
haven't
Cup.
bottled the
because
league, but they haven't
they
bottled
haven't
the league.
bottled the Europa League because they're not out of it yet. They haven't
Bro,
bottled the FA Cup because they
Bro,
haven't started yet.
do I care? Listen. KJ. Forget the Carabao Cup for a second and forget the Europa League. Me and you both, we're
But
both
that's
men,
what
KJ. Me and you,
that's what Jose won at United. So if you're gonna
KJ,
bring Jose's trophies
Yeah,
at
it's
United,
true.
KJ,
that's
listen to what
Yeah.
I'm saying. KJ, listen to what I'm saying, big man. Yeah, we're both adults. Yeah, we're both men. Yeah, we both know that Tottenham, their main goal is the Premier League. Yeah, that's what it is. And I'm not saying they've bottled the league. The league is not over, of course not. But this was a very important game for them. And more so for them because it sends out a statement. If they can beat us at Anfield in this title race, and they haven't. And for me, whenever they come to the clutch moments, they fall short. There was no reason for them to not only get beat but bullied in the way they did. It's not a Jose thing because Jose's won trophy.
What?
I get your point. I get your point. Yeah. Like I get your point, but remember, you almost lost that game, fam. It's not like they had no chances whatsoever.
It's more. I could understand it if you said players.
Yeah, they
If you said
bottled it,
the
though, didn't they?
players, the players at Spurs bottle it in those moments, I can get that. For me, that was a Jose tactic,
bottled it.
and it was things. The players bottled it in terms of finishing. Like if they could finish that game's wrapped up.
No, but if you said despite the possession, I felt Spurs was a better team. They could have won that game. If they didn't miss those chances, they would have won that game comfortably 3-1.
They bottled the game.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
They put them on
They
fraud
bottled it,
watch
bro.
just because
That's what
of
you
that
call a
one
bottle.
match.
That's a
Like,
bit harsh, man.
it's a bit
bit
mad,
harsh,
yeah,
actually.
especially when they're literally
No,
sticking.
Spurs have always done this. Spurs have
Huh?
always done this, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they have,
Spurs,
but like,
Spurs
if,
is the bottle thing. Listen, they got to 4 semi-finals under the pot. They bottled all 4. They could have won
Yeah,
a
but-
title against Leicester. They lost it at Stamford Bridge to Chelsea. They've consistently
Yeah, but that's
bottled them consistently throughout their
There's no
fucking
one's
career.
disagreeing that
It's
they're
a bunch of
bottling, but the fact that the reasoning for O'Shea putting them on fraud watch this season is a
Yeah.
foolishness because it's just one game.
Yeah.
Bro. You're going off.
Yeah, no, I hear
one
that.
game. One game. I think this is
I
more
would
to
have,
do with the fact
I would have put Bergwijn as I would have put Bergwijn in as a bottler and in Fraud Watch because he's the one.
That's the
Yeah.
best shout.
that I could get. That I could get.
I'm not gonna put it as an individual player, and the reason for that is because Tottenham have done this time and time again. It's not about the individual players. It's not about the team. I'm talking about the club. There's the club, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. They bottle everything, and they've done it time and time again. So it's not about individual players. I don't care what players play for Tottenham.
But their squads, that's what they do, man.
Wait, how much emphasis do you put on Jose being there for them winning stuff? Because all I've heard recently is, they will win something because Jose is there now. So are you saying Jose?
I do think this is the best chance they will ever have at winning a trophy under Jose, and I think they need to capitalize on it. I don't think
they can still win the league even though they haven't won at Anfield.
They can win the league, bro.
This is true.
They can win the league, of course they can win the league. But the point I'm making is they still bottled this game.
Yeah, they bottled the game.
And this was a very important game. This was their biggest game of the season. I'm not saying they bottled the league, but they bottled a very important game. And whenever Tottenham play very important games, they bottle it.
I don't think Tottenham bottled the game.
I don't think they bottled the game as well.
I think if anyone, you can go have a go at Bergwijn.
Yeah, Bergwijn bottled it, especially. But we're not saying Spurs.
So are we going to talk about Harry Kane then? Are we going to talk about Harry Kane being non-existent? Are you saying
One
Harry
game though,
Kane
but
was
he has been
non-existent?
good all season. You can't do that. You can't do that, O'Shea.
But with Kane, he does go missing in these games. He's been known to go missing.
Yeah.
We could counter.
While O'Shea finds,
Firmino. Do you know what I mean?
While O'Shea finds his headphones, 32 people watching. Big up everyone that's here. Here comes in Igal, EGTV.
Igal.
What's going on, people?
Sup, Igal.
We're better now that you're here. We're better now that you're here, man.
I know you haven't got long Igal, so do you want to shoot straight away? Do you want to go straight away with your fraud?
Oh man.
If you're gonna say Spurs,
no.
If you're gonna say Chelsea, guy, we're gonna have issues.
I'm gonna need time because I forgot what I said to you last time. Indiana, we literally had this conversation. I need to come back with it.
You need to eat more dairy, man. You're forgetful.
I'm putting a gal on Fraud Watch. The guy calls in to give a fraud. The first thing he says
that is
is,
"Yeah, word, man."
No, I don't think you're gonna come to me straight away.
Yeah, when you give a fraud, you should just give yourself in, bruv. Yeah, when you come on, that's what you should start with.
Jim, that was a bit mean, man. Jesus Christ, man. What was that? You did a guy right there, man.
You go. Okay, listen. Did you see in the group chat, about that post report about Arsenal reportedly wanted Van der Sar to be DOF? So that means Edu's a fraud then, surely.
Listen,
I'm not having that either.
Why can't it be like a code tandem thing, like Overmars and Ding, how they work together?
Because that's not how corporations work, man.
No, bro.
I know. What do you think?
We can't all be friends.
It makes no sense. Why would you bring in Van der Sar to replace the guy that you don't think is good enough already, and then just say, "But you can stay and keep making your bad decisions."
And we'll pay you both. We'll pay you both away.
We'll pay you both basically the same.
Listen,
I don't want to see that happen. I really
bad guy.
No.
Bad guy, man.
Yeah.
Honestly, if Van der Sar comes in, he's gonna come in with Overmars.
How do you know that though?
Most likely.
How do you know that?
Don't you?
So wait. Are you saying? Sorry, Gal. Sorry. So you're saying Overmars, Edu, and Van der Sar, all of them?
Listen, they all can't coexist. I'm not stupid. I understand that.
Didn't you guys sack the guy from Dortmund, right? You sacked the guy from Dortmund. You sacked the other guy, Gazidis, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Edu, and you're gonna sack another one. 4 directors of football, man.
I was just
give United one, man.
Listen,
give United one.
We don't have a director.
Intelligent guy.
So what does it explain to me what Edu does at Arsenal?
Honestly, he came in as like chief. What I don't even know what his full role is. Let me look into it, because I honestly don't know what the hell he does.
You started to answer, man. You started to.
I'm not gonna answer. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Man.
I don't know what his. What? My fraud was.
Just say your fraud.
Hang on, let him go. We need to hear his fraud. We need to get it out.
I already did the Serie A, so I can't do that again. But what I was gonna get into was the English academy system. Don't you feel like
Where's
it's
the
kind
echo
of
coming
flawed?
from?
Oh, it's O'Shea again.
It's O'Shea, isn't it?
Get headphones, bro. Yeah.
Don't you feel like the English
Go on.
game doesn't benefit the actual kids coming up because they don't get enough first team football, and if they're good enough, eventually they make it. But a lot of good kids get basically thrown under the bus with the English system. If you look at other systems around the world, like in
The
Germany,
whole system is a fraud, man.
no. Like the academy system,
is in a way.
academy system in France. Look at how much amazing quality players they produce in comparison to England, where you have so much kids playing, but it doesn't produce as much quality. To me, there's something wrong with the system that's holding kids back from producing at a high level.
You're right, but it's not the system. It's not the system. It's not the system that's causing
It's
this.
the academy system.
No, it's the clubs refusing to use them in the way because the money is so big in the Premier League compared to Ligue 1, the Eredivisie, the Bundesliga, all these different leagues. Because the money is so big, there's more at risk. So managers don't want to take the risk of developing a young player in the league system because they're like, my club is giving me pressure to make us money and stay in the Premier League. So it's not. I get what you're saying. I don't think the academy system is crap. Like under 23 football is terrible. Like it means nothing. But it's not the fault of the academy system that it is the way it is. It's really the fault of the Premier League and the teams not willing to take a risk.
Because if we look at every other league, by far, England is behind when it comes to producing quality youngsters.
I think it's the system.
Something's gone wrong.
No, definitely. Like, so as a coach for men's and junior football, I see it with the kids all the time. And I'm sure this happens all over the country. I can't speak for other parts of the country, but what tends to happen here is academies pick up grassroots kids and they force them into one position. So they try and force these talented players into one position, which will fit the top end of English football. So how many number 10s have we got around a certain age? How many right backs have we got of a certain age? Think about this, right? And then we look at these players. We look at like a Grealish who can come out wide. We look at a Maddison who's really creative. We've got so many of them, and I see it with these kids. I've coached kids that are exceptional wingers, and they're only ever going to be that tricky winger, and they're trying to turn them into a box-to-box midfielder. Like 10 years ago, it was turning your strongest, biggest kids that would love to play up front. They were great finishers. No. As soon as you go to academy, we must turn them into centre backs. That's what it must be. Like there is a system problem. There is a system problem. I don't care what anybody says.
But in terms of them actually getting game time and developing in terms of into men, that the system, as much as the system, I agree with you in that aspect. Like the system is crapping it, like for that. But as much as the system is that, why aren't these teams sending them out on better loans? You know what I mean? Why is it that
bigger than that? I think why aren't they letting these kids grow and developing the skills where they're already good and where they're weak, helping to improve those, and they will find if they're good enough, they will find their positions. That will happen. We know that some players will not peak until they're like 24, 25 years old. So how can you
I have a solution.
14 years old. It's crazy.
I have a solution. Tell me what you think. Sure. You cannot sign a professional contract, obviously, until what age? 17, 16, right?
Yeah,
so 16, but you can sign pre-contracts younger. That's the problem.
Increase that to 18 and do something in England similar to what they do in France, where you have like a Clairefontaine and you have like English setup where a lot of the top kids go there. And if they cut the mustard to get into there, eventually the clubs can sign them after age of like 17. But until then, develop them to become the best of the best. And if they can go to a club, let them go to a club where they're actually going to play right away, instead of letting them rot in the Manchester United system or Chelsea or Arsenal or any other club.
I think a great way to develop. I think a great way to develop young English players and to install a level of discipline in them, because I feel like with the young English players, there's a lot of lack of discipline with some of them as they're coming up. And I think the best way to do that is in America, we have a system where in NBA and in the NFL, if you want to make it to the pros, you've got to go through a scholarship, which means you have to pass through educational. And I think that would be a great system to sort of install.
They can't do any interviews. I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, bro. Because
that doesn't help, because the kids can't make money. Some of these guys are being exploited in the American system. Every system has their flaws. But to me, when you compare just football alone, England's behind when it comes to producing young, good talent. Like a vast majority of it. Yeah. Italy even revamped their whole situation after they didn't make the World Cup. They were quick to realize we have a flaw. Germany quickly realized they had a flaw. 10 years ago, they came up with a plan. England needs to come up with a plan.
What is your opinion on B teams playing in the English football pyramid like they do in other countries?
That's a touchy subject, because for me, I didn't grow up here, so I don't have an affinity to like Winchester or Woking. You know what I mean? But those kind of clubs will struggle when you have a B team like Chelsea's B team dominating, getting into the championship.
Chelsea's B team against Scunthorpe. Do you know what I mean?
Because I know that they play the under-23s in the Checkatrade Trophy against the other clubs as well, so they're trying that way. And they still Man United beat Salford City like 7-0 or something in the under-23s. It was disgusting. But how about this then? You say to the lower league teams, you scrap your academy systems. So that means you guys no longer have to worry about funding that. Wait, Indiana, I know you're wincing, but hear me out first, and then you can pick it out.
Okay, let's go on.
Just an idea. You say to them, okay, listen, don't worry about your academy systems. Save that money for your first team. Develop your first team. Develop your stadiums and invest in that way, and marketing and stuff like that. Invest in there. But you make a rule where they have to loan in some young players from higher teams. So that
I don't mean to interrupt you, sorry, but Sam Greenwood, I tweeted you if you want to come on, just to let you know. Continue, sorry.
Okay, that's fine. But instead of so there's a rule that they have to fill the squad up. They have to go and get young players from teams higher in the pyramid. Is that a way that could fulfill a need of they're still competing in terms of their team is competing, not getting beat by these young players in their academy system, but they're also helping themselves and the young men develop?
I don't know if that works against you, because a lot of money is made from clubs from loaning players out. You think they pick them up young, they can give them their first contracts.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying, where the benefits could be. The problem is that if you're not we wouldn't have a Jamie Vardy if it worked that way around.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. Again, players will develop at different ages. So it might be that some players have to drop down the leagues until they reach that age, or they find their feet, if you like. I personally wouldn't want to see B teams from top tier clubs go into the lower divisions. I think that would just be a disaster, and these clubs have got a lot of history. They're not going to want that either. There'll be uproar if someone decides.
How do you have the top talent? How do you have these youth academies then testing themselves? Because Chelsea's youth academy, our players, as talented as they are, they're not really being tested playing with other youth academies.
I actually like the cup run.
You need to play men's football.
Yeah.
Yo, this is gonna sound wild, yeah. It's going to sound wild, but I think this is a freaking brilliant idea, and I would love for it to happen. I don't know how the other countries would feel about it, though. You know how teams got sister clubs? So the City got the City group and all the City teams. Red Bull have all their teams.
Yeah,
what if teams literally went to other countries, made these small teams, starting them from the ground up, and get these kids out there and just go and climb the leagues, fam.
Yeah, there's an option, isn't it?
Isn't that what they do in the Dutch league? Isn't that what they already do in the Dutch
I think
league?
that's called football manager.
No, because like Ajax have got teams in Africa, fam.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
yeah,
Senegal.
It does make sense to do that. It does make sense to do that. There's big problems in football. People have to remember football's a business, so it's always going to be what makes the most business sense to the club. It's a tough one. It's a profession. I think as fans, a lot of the time, and Bobbs, you will know this because you play professional football. A lot of the time, fans look at this as if they are playing, like they are just having a game. They are playing, but it's not. It's their profession. And the clubs that sign into contracts, there's a reason why they're called contracts. Like this is a business transaction. So a lot of players get dropped out. I've seen some really talented guys play football, like really talented, and they've dropped out. I'm talking players that I thought would really make it pro, and they've been dropped out by clubs due to financial reasons or sold on for a profit, and it just didn't suit them where they went. These things happen.
How about this as well? This is gonna sound harsh, but we might have to do this. Go on full Sparta style, weed out the weak and that. Could you limit?
Yusuf, you're confident.
Huh?
No, Yusuf's comment about isn't Salford the United B team?
No,
it's not.
No.
I think
when you look at the
you
players
also
that are playing
would
for
know
Salford,
quite well
basically,
because you coach kids, right? So you would know this as well. Money plays a big part in kids' progression through to academies, and I think it's important for fans. I think it's important for fans to understand, because I've had this argument with people about other sports. Football is not a working man's sport. It doesn't belong to the people anymore. Players are not having drinks with fans after the game anymore. It's a corporate business. It's no different from a record label, a movie studio, or anything else. It's a corporate business run by money from top to bottom. So a lot of the decisions you see being made at academy level ultimately are being made because of the money from the top. And that's where the problem stems from. It's a corporate business. If it doesn't make money,
I was gonna say, what if we actually limit the amount of players? So it's not COVID people, just sneeze. What if the big clubs are limited in how many academy players they have? Because I think one of the biggest issues is they're allowed to have such a big development squad that you got Chelsea doing up trafficking rings up in football, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what I think should happen.
But they're allowing players to actually. I know it sounds silly because they're not developing at a higher level, but it allows them to actually be loaned out and playing in the Championship, the First Division, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But I know what you're saying, KJ. Exactly. It's like if we limited it, it would. Everyone could do what Chelsea's doing. It's just that Chelsea's process is probably one of the. I think Chelsea have got the biggest loanee distribution back in service going.
And this is why I call them a trafficking ring.
But they make money.
You know what should happen then?
You guys had a transfer ban, but had more players come into your team last year than almost every other top 6 team.
Yeah, you do make loads of peace from it again, and that's why I call it a trafficking ring. It ain't a bad thing.
Works,
you know?
Yeah, but what should happen is
I think
Go on, Bobbs.
Go on, Indiana.
You go, Indiana. You go first, Indiana.
I think we talk about the amount of wages that are paid and fees and things, and I've seen it firsthand. My brother played for Southampton. This is a few years back, and we went to watch them. And I think this was from under 12s up to under 16s. And I remember sitting next to my friend's dad, who also played for his younger brother also played for Southampton. His dad was pointing players out. Chelsea have just bought this 13-year-old for 50 grand. Someone else has bought this kid for 100 grand. Like these are kids. What I think should happen is that there should be a cap on players until they reach the age of like 21. And I'm talking about like the transfer fees, the wages, everything. Like let these players develop into footballers, for one, and two, give every player an equal chance of making it into being a professional footballer. Like you can get swallowed up by these. No, but that's what should happen.
I know. I'm hearing what you're saying.
That's what holds players back.
I question the hunger. Go ahead, Bobs.
No. My counter to that
Boys,
is
I'm going to go, yeah?
that,
I'll talk to you in a bit. I've got to shoot.
Jim, good night, bro. Have a good weekend.
Take care, bro.
My counter to this is that look at the way I got scouted. I played for Crystal Palace Boys, went to the Milk Cup in Dublin, got scouted by Rangers. Okay, and it was basically you can move to Scotland. Okay, I was like 8-9 years old getting asked to move to Scotland, and then financially it made sense for my family. My point is that when you're saying about boys develop, when I played through the ranks and through the youth, trust me, there's so many boys now who just want to, at the time, we all just wanted to play football. We didn't care what level it was, we just wanted to play football. If you couldn't get onto the reserves, you wanted to go out on loan because you had to go man up. And you can imagine how physical it is in Scotland. What's happening now is that what you have now, for example, do you remember Michael Stewart, guys, that played for Man United?
Michael Stewart,
the Scottish boy. He was the reserve captain, played centre midfield. He was Scottish. Anyway, this is my example.
Vaguely. I can't picture his face though.
I remember Kevin Stewart.
Yeah. So Michael Stewart's Scottish, right? He was the reserve captain, and he was making like something silly like 30 grand a week in the reserves at the time, right? And he's playing a centre midfield, and he said to us, he said, I was making that money. I was just there playing against reserve football. He was one of the best players in the reserve league, but he couldn't get into the first team squad training. So he wanted to go out and get real life experience. So he came to Scotland. He played for Hibs and he played for Hearts. Now he's a pundit. My point is that it depends on the mentality of the individual. Now think about this. We've got to ask ourselves, if you're an between 18 and 21-year-old and you're on 20-30 grand, you've got a cool life. Why would you want to go out and play against men if you're earning that? Do you know what I mean? You're sweet. And I think it is onto the clubs, but it's also the individual. Because I'll be honest with you right now, if my son grows up and he becomes 16, 18 and he gets offered a big money contract, I'm telling him to take it, because football is a short career. And the mentality of now, it is a business. It's what O'Shea said. It's a corporation. It's a business. You take what you can get right now. Because do you know what happens? When they don't need you, trust me, come end of the season, you have that 1-to-1, you're released. Do you know what I mean? And then, where did those players go? So, I agree with both sides. Do you know what I mean? I agree with both sides.
Why do you think Haaland is doing so well, though? Bobs, why do you think Haaland's doing so well? Because he could have got money and he could be sitting in an academy and not never been given a chance. But if you come from money, you are not only do you already have a step forward, because you don't need the money. You're not chasing it for the money. When you're chasing it for the money, you can be put in a situation where you will never succeed as a footballer because you're in it for the money. If you're not in it for the money and you're in it for the love of the game, you literally have to leave. Like right now, we have an academy player who made the team when he was 16 years old, Emil Smith-Rowe. He's gone on loan twice. If he doesn't get a chance, I'm telling you, he's going to leave Arsenal. He's going to kick it somewhere else, and he's going to come back to another Premier League team because he has the mentality to do so.
No, I have to disagree with
other
you.
players.
Sorry,
guys, my dad called me.
That's all right. I gotta disagree with you in terms of if you're doing it for
Hello?
money, you're not
you guys
gonna
still
be
there?
as good as other people.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, fam.
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, now it's gone. I always say this: whatever motivates a person to do what they do,
then do it.
Shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what the motivation is, as long as they're performing at the levels to take them forward. So if there is a young player who's doing it for money, but he's also got a talent and drive to go forward and become the best player, his motivation for money shouldn't matter for us. Just because we're fans, we have this romantic way of viewing football. You got to remember, some of these footballers, they're coming from poverty. So they ain't doing it for they love the game, but they ain't doing it for the love of the game. They're doing it for the love of their family. They're doing it for the love of...
I get that completely. I'm talking about in the long run, I think we will see more English players, not just English players. I think all over the world, you would see players being able to develop. You would see players not swallowed up by the fees and the money they put on, the flashy cars. You would just see better footballers, and it'd be more competitive if they capped youth wages and youth transfer fees, because they'd also be free to move to other clubs in a way. If you think about it, like they would have options. It wouldn't be like, so that the best player, but there's a cap on his wage fees and there's a cap on the transfer fee. He would be able to go and find the club that suits him, that would let him develop the most. That's what I'm saying. After that, you probably can't control that at all. But I just think through the academies, from what I've experienced, and I'm no like big professional coach. I'm just saying the players that I've seen drop out, and then later on in life, you see them playing semi-pro football, and you just think, how are you playing semi-pro? And it's very rare that an Ian Wright or a Jamie Vardy gets picked up. It's like, Bobs, me and you've got kids. We know that our kids are going to develop at different stages. They're going to do different things. It's the same with footballers. It's the same thing.
It's going to sound harsh.
We're gonna. Sorry, KJ. We'll just. I'll let you finish. I'm just going to say we're going to throw people in just for 5 minutes. Give us your frauds. We'll change it up quickly because a lot of people want to come.
I'm going to make my last point and then I'm going to dip. I've got to go do some stuff. But on that point though, with youth academy and football, we also just got to accept the fact that unfortunately sometimes these kids ain't good enough. You know what I mean? As much as we want them to develop into these guys, like I think a lot of fans want every single youth player to become a first team baller, and it's like it's unrealistic to expect that from them. And sometimes sometimes, as much as it sounds harsh, sometimes it is better to tell some players like, bro, unfortunately, you're not good enough for this level, or go find a level that suits, because you're not going to make it in there.
What about the Gerrard story, KJ? Do you know the Gerrard story?
No,
don't know something. So Liverpool, Danny Murphy, Michael Owen, Steven Gerrard. Liverpool had trials, right? I think it was like 150 people turned up, and only 3 boys got signed. So that's just what you're saying there, KJ, isn't it? Like some people are just not going to be good enough, aren't they?
Bits and bobs on that story. I think what it was, I think Gerrard talked about in his autobiography. I think Steve Highway was like, I'm only looking for the best of the best. And he saw Murphy, Owen, and he just said everyone else was average. And they were the best. So we're like, yeah.
And this is why I said, if we limit it, this is what I'm trying to thinking of. If we limit the academy development sizes, so you all literally is only the best of the best that you can find, and they find the level that suits. Yeah, I think that's fair, because what's unfair is keeping a League One level footballer in United's academy for how many years?
Yeah,
I think when
I agree completely.
When you look
at that, who's talking by the way? Because that comment's blocking people's names.
It's Rams.
Is it Rams? Oh, Rams, man. Hope you're good, bro. Nice to hear from you, man.
Yo. It's all good. It's all good.
Well, I'm gonna peace out, guys. You guys enjoy the rest of your night.
KJ, I appreciate you coming on, and people go check out the Clips channel on the Terrace. You're already following the Terrace, I know you are, so go and check that out, KJ's channel. And Midnight Vibes Wednesdays and Sundays. Yeah,
that's right. Thank you.
Big up, KJ.
Also, big up everyone on the Forward Watch show, and also big up the Warden, bruv. You know what I'm saying? The Warden on the Forward Watch, fam. I'll catch you guys later.
Take care.
Yeah, see you later. What I want to talk about with the 3-player thing, like when you look at some of the clubs that bring in these players, I sometimes feel like they bring in these players just to fill the quota of the Englishness. And the best example of like a lower league team was Nottingham Forest had 3 genuinely really, really promising players in right now was Matty Cash, Joe Worrell, and Ryan Yates. Matty Cash was a right winger who was converted to a right back because he could also defend competently. And we all saw how it turned out. He went to Aston Villa, tearing things up for Aston Villa. Ryan Yates is a capable centre defensive midfielder, and Joe Worrell is a commanding centre back. Obviously, it's not working out for them this season because they're in a bit of turmoil. But I feel like all the Premier League clubs should take a look at some of the likes of your Blackburn Rovers and your Notts Forest and use this sort of quota in terms of players that they have.
I was pretty much counting the seconds until Maldini or Matty Cash was mentioned. I was just
look.
Listen, we need to keep this moving because I know other people are trying to get in the studio. So, Epic Nin, welcome to the show. Who do you want to put on Fraud Watch, man?
It's gotta be Pep, man. I love Pep, you know, but he got it wrong. He got it wrong against West Brom, man. He got it wrong, man.
What do you think he actually got wrong? What should he have done? What did he get wrong?
I mean, multiple things he's done wrong, like not addressing the issue of unable to scoring goals, having a double pivot that which never works in the Premier League and being too defensive, not being expansive enough as usual. There's these like small things that become a massive issue, which results us in negative results, unfortunately. But I am hopeful we can get a result of Southampton. So yeah.
Okay. What do we think? Let's start with Prime. Is he on Fraud Watch? Pep.
Oh.
Pep, yes or no? Is he on Fraud Watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for ages about Pep.
Yeah, 100%.
Kai?
No. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have any strikers, man. I feel bad for the guy.
I know he doesn't.
Kai's caring for him.
Are you all right,
bro? I like Pep, man. I like Pep.
O'Shea?
I like salt and pepper, mate, but it's all right. Do you know what I mean?
O'Shea, is Pep Guardiola on Fraud Watch?
Oh, he's gone.
Ram?
I'd say no because of the career that he's had with Barcelona.
I mean, this week though. I'm talking about this week. I'm just calling out based on this week, but I'm not Pep out or that kind of stuff. You know.
On this week, I feel like maybe, but I still that goalkeeper Sam Johnson had a game of his life.
There's some of the chances that we created were worldies. We could have scored so many of them.
But
We just hit.
It's not just
And
that
this is
either.
a discussion that could probably go on.
We're just like shooting at the goalkeepers at times. Like,
Epic Men, thank you for coming on and giving your thoughts.
Appreciate you
no
coming on.
problem.
I'll add you on Xbox, man. Chat.
Yeah, sure, man.
See you later. Appreciate it.
Mike, if you're still there.
I'm still here, bro.
Yeah, bro, what's yours?
What's up?
Mike's
man.
told me he's got like 3, I think. Is it 3 you got? Let's go with the best one.
What's this? What's the question?
What's your fraud?
My fraud watch. Yeah, I got some good ones, man. We're gonna have to put Frank Lampard on fraud watch. We're gonna have to put Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on fraud watch.
Why?
Why?
We're gonna have to put what's the other one called? Carlo Ancelotti. Put him on fraud watch too.
On Carlo.
Okay, wait,
He's doing the best, man.
Mike, I don't think you've watched this before. Only one at a time, bro.
Oh, sorry. Okay, let's go.
We've done Frank. We've done Frank tonight.
You've done Frank.
Let's do Ollie. Let's do Ollie.
Okay, let's hear your Ollie.
Look at Indiana. Indiana's very uncomfortable. He's very annoyed.
No, I'm not. I just want to know why.
Look at that smile, man. I just want to know why.
Nobody gives me any facts, so I'm happy to listen.
I wouldn't put Ollie in that category because he's not rated by United fans or anyone. That's all.
Well, yeah, this is it. Well, we're not putting him on that pedestal, but Mike, shoot.
All right, so
look, there's a Liverpool fan, just for the record.
It doesn't matter who I support. The facts are.
Of course it matters, man.
Why does it matter who I support?
It doesn't matter.
Your opinion will be subjective, man, based on the team you support.
All right,
He supports Liverpool.
just let him go.
Look. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on fraud watch. The reason why he's on fraud watch is because he's crashed out of the Champions League. Like that is unacceptable for the club standard of Manchester United. You guys should have qualified for the round of 16. That's number one. Number two, Ollie should be on fraud watch because Bobby believes that you guys are second in the league based off a game that you haven't played yet. That's why he's on fraud watch. Like he has you guys.
Mike,
that's Bob's.
No, Mike. I said if we win it.
No, bro. You said you're second in the league. You keep saying you believe you're second.
No,
you truly believe it.
It's recorded. We can go back. I said if we win our next game, our game in hand, we go second, which is a fact.
Right, but you won't win your next game in hand. And even if you do, you won't finish second, Bobby. You're not in a title race.
Because we're gonna win the league, mate.
Come off it. You're at it.
Now
You're at it.
Go, Mike, let them live, bruv. Let them live.
Right, look, guys. Let me land and say the reason why Ollie should be on fraud watch. The true reason Ollie should be on fraud watch is because he cannot develop any single player at Manchester United into a better player.
What about Rashford though? Rashford underneath him looked like a much better player though.
No, Rashford. That's just raw talent and ability.
Wait.
Okay.
Come on.
It is.
I'm not. Listen,
What the hell am I listening to?
The one thing I would say is that I think the forwards have definitely improved under Solskjaer. Definitely. Like the stats that came out yesterday were. If you would put Ollie on fraud watch straight after we were kicked out of the Champions League,
you get it.
I could get that. Right now, when people turn around and tell me that Chelsea are title contenders, they're definitely going to finish in the top 4. But Kai's already proven tonight that Ollie's doing a better job with a weaker squad, less ability in that squad. I personally struggle with that. This is why I'm not Ollie in or out, because I know Ollie's not a world-class coach, right? But for me to say Ollie out is Glazers in, so I'm not going to do that either because they want you to scapegoat. I need to see a drop-off. Kai, what was Ollie's win rate?
Something like in the high 50s, 58, 59.
59, something like that. So for me, it's got to be 50 or below, 55 or below. Let's say that, and then you can have the conversation. But listen, we'll ask the question. Prime is should Ollie go on fraud watch for those reasons?
Prime he's asking you.
Oh, I'm muted. No, I said.
Morning, man.
Bob's.
I just want to add to that stupid thing about we can win the league. We are in contention. We are in the conversation. At the end of the day, we are
he's your monster. He's your monster.
Listen. Rivals, be aware, yeah. Pray for yourselves, yeah. No, I don't think
he said it with the Scottish accent as well. You know, be aware.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he's in fraud watch just yet.
Kai.
So no.
About Ollie.
Yeah, should he be on fraud watch?
If he is on fraud watch based on his career at United and his win rate, then both Arteta and Lampard should have been sacked 20 games ago. Then just from that fact alone, you know, not being objective, you know.
No, I don't think so because the guy, I don't think he's rated by many fans. You know, I think. You have to, if he was like rated as one of the top.
But you know why that is, Ram? Because he doesn't look good in a suit. He always smiles. He's a nice guy. You know? He's just not a cool guy. You know what I mean?
He looks like Gollum, bro. He looks
like He looks like a lot of. He looks like he's trying to destroy the ring. You know what I mean?
He's like the young Roy Hodgson. Like his clothes just don't fit him. He's got this one suit for a funeral.
He's too nice
now, where he can't take the.
He's like the friend, right? Like your girl tells you, "I'm gonna go sleep over at a friend's," and he's like, "Oh, this is this guy. All right, let's just go have fun," you know.
People say that.
He's that type of guy.
People say that all the time.
Hang on, wait. Yusuf, I know you've been in the background for a while, man. So, what do you want to put on fraud watch?
I want to bring a different watch. I want to bring baller watch. I want to put Neto on that.
Listen,
put respect on that man's name.
No. Wait, let me stop you. We are already planning to do a show on Ballers once a week.
Oh, that's dope.
But listen, if you want to say something,
Indiana, I can't do that because apparently I can only be negative, man. I can't do anything positive, bro. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'll take your place, guys. Take your place.
Jesus Christ, man. The rating will go down, man. If you
Go on, man.
I wanna put Leicester, the team itself, on fraud watch, because them men convinced me that they are capable of getting top 4. Then every week they go and they bottle the game, so they're definitely on fraud watch for me.
Yep. I think on this week definitely because they lost 5-2, didn't they? They got mad. They get smashed. They lost against Everton. Sorry, wrong one. Yeah, they got battered by Everton.
So long as Brendan Rodgers is in charge of Leicester, they will always be on fraud watch.
Yeah, this is. I agree. He's very inconsistent.
But Indiana, to his defense, he took over Leicester that finished 12th, and he took them to 6th.
If they got Eric Ten Hag, they're going to be a dangerous side. They will be a dangerous side if they got.
But who's Eric Ten Hag? Who's Eric Ten Hag?
He's the Ajax manager.
The Ajax manager.
Yeah. Nah, you guys. That's. I don't rate him at all.
You didn't even know who he was seconds ago.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I don't rate him.
He looks like Professor X, man. How can you not rate him, man?
How can I rate somebody who I don't know at Indiana? Answer me that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, but I just wanted to make one point about the thing with respect to Rodgers and what Mike said. I kind of agree with him when he said that I put Ole on fraud watch because of one reason. See, the games that Manchester United has lost, a lot of them, if you see, they have been set up tactically wrong. One of the main reasons that they have been losing some of the games, like including the game that they lost to Arsenal, they were tactically set up in a very, you can say, stupid formation. Anyone could possibly see that you are going to have a tough time if you play the pivot that he played against us. So if you see some of those games that United have been losing this season, a lot of it comes down to tactics. I'm talking about the wins versus the losses. Also, another thing, if he is able to produce such good performances in some games, then what happens to him in his selection, in his man management, and his in-game management in some other games? So that comes down completely to the manager because the squad is the same. And as I said again, if you see the games that United has been losing, it's all because of what tactics he has been playing against certain teams.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
I want to say something about this as well.
You know ball, bro. You know ball. 100% after saying that.
I'm gonna disagree with that.
You guys okay about Oli?
Yeah. I'm gonna.
I never in my life thought I'm gonna defend Gollum, man. Never in my life.
Listen, I'm defending Oli here because you know what? Yeah, you don't need to give him an actual break. Like, relax on the guy. The guy's doing what he can do. At the end of the day, he's working with a board that isn't going to back him, and he's doing what he can do. And he's had stupid scandal after scandal to deal with, and still put players on the park. Okay, in-game management. Okay, yeah, but what manager this season has not got in-game management?
I think his in-game management's been better than his starting lineup. I honestly, I think some of his in-game management has been a lot better. Most of our performances have been our better performance has been the second half of games.
Listen, Yusuf, who do you support?
Yeah, I support United. I just want to say something about the thing about putting Oli on the fraud watch. The reason I disagree with that is because other managers get their tactics wrong, but no one ever focuses on anyone except Oli.
Lampard's
rubbish, man.
How's that rubbish? That's not rubbish.
Even at Chelsea, some of us also focus on like as much as we love Lampard, a lot of us like criticize him. Yeah. Not as much as me, of course, but we still criticize him.
We got to move this along because more people are trying to get in the studio.
Yeah.
But,
so Yusuf and Beyond the Post, thank you for coming on, bro.
No, Beyond the Post hasn't given us fraud yet, has he?
Oh, okay.
No, I haven't.
No, he hasn't.
Okay, so my fraud will interest Kai and he won't fall asleep. It's I think all Arsenal fans and any other football fans who are calling David Luiz a fraud for Arsenal, because I feel that yes, we know that he's not the best defender in the world. He never was, and he never will be.
Jem was here,
but he has given us
similar hair, man. They are brotherhood. It's a brotherhood.
he's given us a leader that we are missing still, and he creates from the back.
No, beyond the post. Like,
Beyond the post.
Who's laughing?
Who's laughing?
Who is that?
It's
Andrew.
No, he's
We at Arsenal.
Jesus Christ. Sideshow Bob. That was the. You know what? Ryle should be done for fraud for paying us 8 million for David Luiz.
No, man, we're happy with that 8 million, man.
He's a terrible.
No, it was a last minute signing because Laurent Koscielny was about to leave Arsenal the way he did. So that is why we got in another player who could replace
I
him.
took the shirt off, but there's a new shirt underneath, man. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and
Replacing Koscielny with
Wait,
David Luiz is like
guys.
an older turd. You know?
Sorry, Andrew. Introducing
Rubbish.
Kai's
Wait.
favorite person.
No, I was just saying last 2 points. That one, as I said, he was never the best defender in the world when he was coming to Arsenal. So he has given us whatever he could with respect to playing out from the back, his leadership qualities at the back, even against in the last game, in the game against Southampton. After he has come on, we have been able to hold on to that lead because we look defensively more as a unit. He's made us the
your standards are falling.
So what are you actually calling out as fraud?
So
You're not
I am calling out
as a
the
fraud.
people who are saying, yes, who are saying that David Luiz is. We have been like trolled with respect to the signing, but he has given us what he had, and we also know that we have signed him past his prime. He wasn't in his prime when he signed him. So yes, we are not going to get a world-class defender out of David Luiz, but we have gotten enough out of him.
Okay, so you're
he was decayed when you signed him. Man. That's how bad he was, man.
Hang on, Kai. You're saying the people that need to go on Fraud Watch are the people that put David Luiz on Fraud Watch.
Yeah, exactly. Because they think that.
Oh my God!
They think that David Luiz was going to be an exceptional defender or something like that. Maybe when he came to Arsenal, but he never was going to be. But he has given us.
Okay, let's wait.
Hang on.
Let's get through this quickly. Let's get through this. So
can I respond to this, Indiana? Can I respond to this?
You can't. Just 1 second. Just 1 second.
All right.
So, we're gonna do the. I'm just gonna ask three people because otherwise I just know where this is going.
Yeah.
The people should right. We're putting on Fraud Watch. The people that put David Luiz on Fraud Watch. Yes or no, Prime?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Kai.
That's a confusing question, but yeah.
No, but go.
Bro, you know who the only person who basically should take like the grief on this is DT, because he said, and I quote, "We got Chelsea's best defender." 2 games after this, he got a red card and he was sent off, man, for a late tackle. So the only person, not us, is you guys for taking Luiz from us and acting like you got our best defender. If he was our best defender, we wouldn't have released him, man, to go to you guys. Just like Willian. You got Willian from us after he was already replaced by a better player.
We're not going to go through the whole
there you go, man.
Chelsea's
my
retirement
summary
game right now. So is that yes or no? Right?
No, I disagree.
No.
I think it was the best decision Chelsea made for a while.
Bob's yes or no?
Yes, because you know what? He's a serial winner. He's won so many trophies. So he should not be on. Yes. Yeah, but he's still a leader, man.
Lad, he's not a leader.
He is a leader.
He is a leader.
Well, let's keep this moving. Let's keep this moving. Andrew, the Winter Surfer, always representing everyone's channels. The top moderator around. Who's going on Fraud Watch?
Bielsa and Leeds.
Bielsa and Leeds.
Wait,
Where's
Indiana,
O'Shea when you need him?
Wait, Indiana, Beyond the Post, thank you for coming on.
The McDonald's Wi-Fi finished.
Yeah, appreciate you coming on again. Beyond the Post. Well done.
Someone's Wi-Fi is really bad.
Everyone, if you're not talking, put yourself on mute. I think that's what would be it. If you can. Yeah. There you go.
Apart from Andrew.
Yeah, that's right, I just think I think Bielsa is very overrated. very overrated, and his Leeds team's very overrated. They go from battering Newcastle 5-2 to losing 4-1 to Crystal Palace. They're very easy to get at. It's very easy to break Leeds down if you match their work rate. And
can I answer this when Andrew's finished, please?
Yeah, sure. And athleticism, then you beat them. They can't finish. They've only got Bamford, and he's having one of those seasons that a new promoted team has because no one scouted him properly. I just think he's very great. And for me, anyone who Pep Guardiola rates, I don't rate.
He's a Renford reject.
So he rated.
Renford rejects.
He rated Arteta, and he rated Sarri.
Wait, Andrew.
Hey, don't touch it about Sarri, man.
Wait, stop.
Sorry.
We're gonna let Mike go on this, but
Not Sarri, sorry.
First, everybody hit the like, share, subscribe, please. We're averaging. I think we're averaging like between 10 and 15 per show, which is great. So thank you, everybody. And I know a lot of people have subscribed today as well. In fact, we had 5 subscribers straight after we tweeted out. So that's great. We love it. Thank you. Mike, you wanted to answer this.
Yeah, big up to the panel, first of all. Everyone listening, please like, share, subscribe. Do the needful, man. Andrew, I don't know who you support, man. What was that?
Where's your face cam?
Bro, I'm in bed. That's why there's no face cam, man.
Yeah, keep your camera off.
Yeah. I don't have a shirt on. I don't want to scare the people away. Yo, when to Surfer, who do you support?
Chelsea.
All right, bro. So
why does it matter who he supports?
Bobs.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna answer this, and then I'm gonna do one more fraud watch, and then I got to go. But I'm gonna answer Andrew and say, how can you put a newly promoted manager on fraud watch? Like how? With what
You
reason?
can't. You just say his name. That's it. It's not hard.
Yeah, but the guy is actually newly promoted into the Premier League and is doing bits with the team that he has. Like any newly promoted team into the Premier League, realistically should be going back down because that is your level. You should not be coming to the Premier League and dominate and beating teams like bottom half of the table and then staying up. Like that is the best.
Competing with Liverpool.
Competing with Liverpool, yes.
Don't forget City.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of how Liverpool play some teams. Like Liverpool play expansive football, but you know what we do? We always win.
No, you don't. 7-2 against
Watford, Atletico Madrid, 7-2.
Look at you guys. You man are triggered. You man are triggered. Triggered FC. That's what you man are.
People have been waiting 30 years to get this off their chest.
He didn't lie though, did he, Mike?
Listen. Whoa. Let's. We need to get through these quickly because we've been going for like hour and a half already, and the idea was to keep it to short hour stream. So, Prime, Bielsa going on fraud watch? Yes or no?
Absolutely not. Are you mad?
Kai?
Prime.
I'm going to find you, Prime.
I've never rated him as high as others. So
yes or no?
I could see what Andrew said. Yes.
Yeah.
Bobs, you got the deciding vote.
I'm backing Andrew. He's going on fraud watch.
Okay, Bielsa's on fraud
Indiana,
watch.
man, I got to go, bro. But listen, the last fraud watch, get Bobby on fraud watch for saying United are in the title race.
I appreciate you coming on, Mike. Thank you.
All right, man. Bless. See you boys later, man.
Yeah,
Mike, I'll message you tomorrow, man.
All right, bro. Bye.
Okay, let's get through a couple more. Mr. Sam Greenwood, welcome. What's your fraud?
Well, you guys have sort of gone through the fraud side, but I mean, one for me at the moment has got to be Chelsea fans.
Chelsea fans?
Oh, I like this. Let's go.
Yeah, because, I mean, come on. 3 games ago, you guys were just automatically going to win the league. And then...
Was it me?
No, Bono there in the green top and...
It's this guy.
Wait, hold on.
We've never said we're going to win the league.
Sam, hold on. Sam Fraudwood. I said we're going to win the league.
We've never said that.
No. You was on that show and all you guys on the football terrace and you guys are all going mad. you'd won. You know, everyone was playing well. You scored goals, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, that's it. We're going to win. You know, you just
none
thought you were going to win the league. Yeah,
none of us said we're going to win the league. Only Monster.
I saw it. I saw it.
Sam, those are the hopeful dreamers. I wasn't one of them. Even when we were winning, I said, this isn't the truth. We're seeing an illusion of individual quality. Overall, our system lacks a lot.
Exactly.
And I've said
Fair
that.
enough.
And a lot of people as well.
But then the Chelsea fans getting very vocal. You know, it's really, you know, oh yeah, you guys are doing well, but come on, win the league. I mean, you're not there, are you?
Who do you support?
I don't think we're doing that well, to be honest with you.
I'm an Arsenal fan. We're doing terrible. We're doing terrible. I got nothing
terrible is an
wrong with saying that.
understatement, though, Sam.
It's terrible, really terrible. Where the whole club is a shambles at the moment, from top to bottom.
I can vouch for Kai because I'm in 2 group chats, and like we direct message, so I hear it 3 times, 4 if he's on the terrace. So I can vouch for what he's saying.
Chez
has snake lights in his room, man. You can't take us. You can't take us.
I also agree with what you're saying. People think I've got a tiny wiener, Timo Werner problem. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah, I realised what I fucking said, didn't I?
Yeah. Indiana, you did that yourself.
Yeah, I fucking said it.
Tiny wiener problem.
Yeah. It was going to happen at some point, wasn't it? When you make up the stupid names. Yeah, I fucking said it. What can I do? But I agree with what you're saying. There was too much noise from Chelsea. There was way too much.
They were coming out of the woodwork, everywhere.
And I don't, I don't really care. Thanks, Prime. I don't really care who said it either. Like, as a fan base, like that should have been shut down completely. If someone was saying these deluded, ridiculous things on a United show, I'd have been shut down.
I tried. It was a sentiment I was getting from you guys.
The smugglers.
Sam, it was just there's a lot.
Sam.
I tried, and I was
when were we smug? Yeah, we're
no. I know
a
what
bit
you're
confident
saying.
because our teams are playing well on run of form.
Remember when they were going through the games?
At the start of the season. Yeah, but Andrew, keep in mind, we did all of that because people kept saying we should be in a title race. And we did that, and then we got the backlash. So
I know, but
me and Kai. This is going to be
said that. So
this is going to be a difficult one because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 Chelsea fans. So. Listen,
the only reason I came back on is because I heard Indiana say he's got a tiny wiener.
Thanks, Jem. Well, sorry to disappoint you, Jem, but I'm not going to show you. So,
don't worry, that'll be on the next stream.
That'll be on the Gal stream.
And
right after that, saved on Igal's phone as well, man.
Let's. Okay, this is going to be hard, so I'm going to say Fraud Watch. Bob's. It's just if you say Bob's and Ram, actually, let's go Bob's and Ram because they're not Chelsea fans. Should Chelsea fans be on Fraud Watch? Bob's, you first. Walk the group. Walk the Champions League group. Win the league. Tiny's going to be the top scorer.
This is the biggest load of bollocks I've ever heard.
Oh, come on.
Don't give me this shit. We never said we were going to win the league.
Why are you going to use what Monster says for everybody?
He's part of the fan base.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to say Chelsea fans, but I'm going to say Monster.
Oh, okay.
Because the way that man was saying
Okay, Monsters.
No. We're going to use you, Bob's full United when you fail. Yeah, we're going to use you. You're the full United.
You're the monster of Man United.
You are now.
Ram, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, when it comes to Chelsea fans, I'm happy to put them on Fraud Watch, but no matter the reason, you know what I mean.
Rams, have you given yours?
Yeah, I'm with Rams. Fuck Chelsea, actually.
Have you? Wait, Rams, have you given yours?
I actually haven't given mine, but I let everyone else do theirs.
Okay, you
give
give yours, and then because there's a lot of people trying to get in.
I see what you did there, Prime. But yeah, my My fraud is Antonio Conte.
Be careful with this.
Ooh.
I don't care what he did with Chelsea. I don't care.
Come on,
he
let's
won
hear
the
it.
league in the first season, and then the next season they finished sixth, fifth.
Yeah.
And most importantly,
He never even he finished
this. Sorry.
Get to the point, Ram. Come on.
No,
All right.
I was saying, no, sorry, Rams. I didn't cut you off. Beg your pardon. Sorry, man.
And most importantly, this season, man finished fourth in his Champions League group. That's despicable. Man
He's
got
first in the
toppled
league,
by Shakhtar Donetsk, and I repeat, Shakhtar Donetsk.
Isn't it Donetsk?
Yeah, it is the
Donetsk. How you
He was talking Ukrainian, wasn't he? Donetsk.
And do you know what adds salt to the
Donetsk.
wound? The AC Milan, their biggest rivals, are ahead of them. And they're meant to be in turmoil. That just adds
and
salt to the
they've
wound.
come a long way up as well.
Yeah.
Big up Maldini. What he did for the club.
You never see Maldini.
Fucking, it's coming. I told you it's fucking coming. Matty Cash and Maldini. Like, the Maldini and Matty Cash is not allowed.
He wasn't. Were you born when Maldini played? Can I ask you that question? I never asked.
Unless you want to call Maldini a fraud, which again, like that's a bit dangerous. Okay, Conte.
Yeah,
Conte
it's
is
on
a
the
fraud.
question thing. No, he's not.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
you're disregarding everything he's done,
If you
everything he
said
did at
Graham,
Juve.
if you
Arguably,
said-
he's better than Klopp, so no, he's not a fraud.
Ram, if you had said his European record, I would have said yes.
I don't like Conte, but out of the
You just don't
respect
like
I
the
have,
guy's face.
no, I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like his wig. I don't like his short ass. But the fact is, the guy won Chelsea Premier League title, so you cannot, in his first season as well. So you cannot disregard it as a manager.
Yeah, that's very true. Bob's fraud or not?
I think that. See, I think he. I'm not going to say he's a fraud because do you remember Arsenal beat him at the beginning of that season, and he went and changed his formation, and then he just
everything changed.
The league changed everything, yeah. But I get why Ram's putting him on though, because recently he's been talking smack and he's been taking all the rejects from the Premier League, and still failed.
That's the thing, like, when you take Sanchez and Victor Moses and think you can just go and win Serie A, that I can see as a fraud. Yeah.
Do you think not really, because he wasn't that far off winning the Serie A last year.
He's first or second
true.
now.
Yeah, no. I kind of get what you're saying, but I don't think he's that. There were better options. There were better options where, like, Juve aren't exactly at their best right now. There were better options in terms of players. I wouldn't be looking at a Sanchez after what happened at United. I wouldn't at all.
Especially Inter don't spend money like that.
Who am I? Who am I? Let's go to Football with Brownie. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the
Hi
show.
guys, how are you?
Good.
We're all good, thank you. Good. How are you?
Yeah. Not too bad. Fuck a weekend this year, eh?
Yeah. Amen. Brother.
Okay, going on my fraud watch. Is West Brom chairman or board? I think it's an absolute disgrace. Billich takes his team to Man City, gets a point. Oh, there you go. There's your P45. I think disgrace.
Apparently he wanted to resign like a while ago, right?
You know
Because
what?
they sold one of his players.
You know what really pissed me off was the sacking of Darren Moore. That was really
that's another one.
That made me angry.
But the Bilic thing was done
definitely a
already.
racial thing. That was definitely a racial thing.
It was already agreed before this Man City game.
They give him no money when he got him up to the Premier League. And you know, I'm a Cardiff fan.
Ryan, what are you doing,
I know what it's like to get up to a Premier League and your manager not giving any money, and it's going to be a fucking struggle.
Yeah.
But they went to the Etihad and still got a point. Fair play to them.
Talk about frauds. Talk about frauds. They're bringing in a fraud. Their new manager's a fraud, isn't it?
Hold on. Who? Wait, no, stop. You're calling Sam Allardyce a fraud.
Yeah, of course he was.
He's not.
How is he a fraud? This guy would be the guy to keep you up. What do you mean? How is he a fraud?
I'm talking about what he does off the field, right? I mean, there's a big fraud.
Can I explain what he's
I get where he's coming from.
He was the England manager and he bet on his own team to win some money, man.
I rate this guy as well.
That's not a very good manager.
Thank you.
No, this would be the best shout all night, really, and we shouldn't have missed this one, which is why I want to do this. I want to keep bringing people on each week, and as the show grows, we can do this a lot more.
Yeah, no worries. I hope I'm one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, you keep coming out with shouts like this. 100%.
Yeah.
Brownie,
thanks for coming on.
For me, I agree. I completely agree. Prime. Do you think it's the board? No. The board.
No, I don't think
you
so.
don't. No. Even though they gave him no money, they haven't really backed him. Expecting to work.
No, but as a manager, you have to work with the resources that you currently have, and they don't think he's good enough, so they sacked him. And
but to me, that tells
now it's better to do it now than to wait.
You don't know the story. They are fraud. Why? Because he got them up. They sold one of his best player that he didn't want to sell. Then he agreed with.
I understand. I understand the full story.
Let me finish.
I understand the full story. Let me finish. They don't think he's good enough to keep them up or whatever. So fair enough. It's better to do it now than to wait 5-6 games time when that's
true,
Prime, 5 or 6
but
games time when it's too late.
But listen, don't try and save face by sacking the manager because you didn't back them. Like you sold the best player. That's disgusting, really.
Yeah,
if a manager brings a club,
but my thing is, as a manager, work with the tools you have at your disposal, and that team.
They sold the tools that he had.
Prime, you honestly cannot say that team is good enough to stay in the Premier League.
a better manager, maybe they can. I'm not saying what they did was. Cool. I'm not saying what they did was cool, but I understand it.
No, but listen, hang on, wait, we're digressing a bit. Should their board be on Fraud Watch? They haven't. For me, they haven't backed the manager. He's got them promoted. They sold the best player. They did not invest. They expected him to work miracles. And now they're at the stage. I'm sorry, when a club is at the stage where they bring in Big Sam before Christmas, that tells me it's a club problem and not a manager problem because they already know this manager. Yeah,
and you watch, lads. Yeah, Big Sam wouldn't have signed on a dotted line had he not been promised a bumper chest to buy players in January. And that would be an absolute disgrace. That would be an absolute disgrace.
I'm vetoing everyone who says no because I'm telling you that board needs to go on Fraud Watch. Definitely, 100%.
Good man.
I hate that in football. I hate that. Ads, if you go on we're gonna ads last, and then we're gonna wrap up because we've been.
Well, I'll make a quick move anyway. But thank you very much for a welcome. Much appreciated.
No, thanks for coming.
Big up, Brownie.
Stay safe. Have a good weekend.
See, that's where Arsenal are going next.
Ads. Have you got fraud? Come on, then let's let ads go. This will be the last fraud of the night. This will be the finish.
Well, it's a bunch of people. But at the same time, it's also a highlighted member of our community. I can actually bring forth who's actually part of this crowd. I'm sick of for Fraud Watch for me. It has to be the Ollie inners. The Arteta inners. Personally, for me, the only reason why that is for two reasons.
I already
One,
did that ad.
yeah, but no, I have a different excuse. I have a different reason why. For one, probably the most expected. 1 second, Kai, 1 second.
Let him finish.
First, the most expected excuse. You're stupid if you still are Arteta in. And secondly, the most talked about thing are the ones who keep dodging the question whether or not he should stay or not. And that's why I'm going to highlight Samuel from the Terrans, because everyone's asked him the question, are you still Arteta in or out? And he hasn't answered the question. and he can't bring any evidence forward as to why he would want him to stay.
Wait.
And
You're
why
talking
he-
about our Samuel from the terrace, yeah? From
Yeah,
Dow's
yeah,
fan.
and I didn't want to do this, but it's maddening me now because he still believes Arteta wasn't backed, and he came forth and said that he came through with Terry asking him a question whether or not he's asked Terry and it's time for him to go. He didn't come forth and actually answer the question. He just dodged around it, claiming that he still needs time, which I think is a disgrace, and it's not good enough for me as a neutral to see my friend have to be asked that question so many times and not come forth with an answer. It's just stupid because you are in that position as a fan. I know you're meant to back your manager and your players, but if you're going to give the players a stick and not the manager, I think that's a bit ridiculous. And another thing as well, right? You know what? I'll just say Sam's my forward. I'll just, shut up, Will. Listen. I'll put forth my forward as Samuel. He's done a few things last week, which were quite stupid. Which were quite stupid because he gave Gabriel a 4 or 5 rating after the Southampton game. He got a red card, and even before that, he was playing like crap. And if that was David Luiz, he'd give him a 1.
Yeah,
he'd give him a 1, and that just proves for me why you shouldn't actually be claiming that this guy is going to do wonders for you, and then when he plays crap, you still give him a good rating. I think that's atrocious.
Just on that point, yeah. 4 and a 1, it's still a bad. 4's still a bad rating. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd agree it's a bad rating. When you get sent off, though, that's a 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that drops to a 2.
But it's not even that though, because he backed the point. He backed it saying that he played well and that the red card ruined his game. And I was in the chat as well on EGTV. I was kind of mad. I wasn't having it because him and his Agal and his buds are giving him fucking 5 and 4s. I think at best he deserves a 2. If it's a red card performance.
So wait, stop. Are we saying that Arsenal fans who are overrating Gabriel because he was gassed, in the window? Arsenal fans are overrating Gabriel and still won't hear any criticism. Is that what we're trying to say here?
I was told things about Gabriel that he's better than Kurt Zouma.
You can't.
I'm gonna say that. I am gonna say instead of Samuel because he's my guy. I don't want to just fully say that, but yes, the Gabriel overhypers because there's no way in hell 5 is a conductable score for a player rating after you get a red card and have a dead out performance. I just think that's unacceptable. So yeah, the Gabriel overhypers.
Listen, let's actually the one person I'd like to respond,
that Tammy Abraham had in his pocket last season. You know what I mean? So
let's wait. Listen, let's let Sam. Obviously, Sam's not here. Sam Greenwood respond on this because you're an Arsenal fan. How? And obviously an older head than young Samuel. So how do you see the Gabriel situation?
I mean, of course he had a poor game against Southampton and the red card and everything. I think it was frustration and poor decisions, and it's got to happen when you're that young. I mean, this is his first season in the Premier League. He's still developing. These kinds of blips are going to happen. So it's his first poor game he's had since coming to Arsenal. Yeah. He's been very, very solid. He's probably been, in my opinion, he's been our best defender by far so far this season. He's 22 years old, and he looks really, really good. He's really strong. He's really good in the air. He's commanding. He shows leadership abilities. He's had quite a lot of very big name strikers on the ground a few times. So I mean, he's for me he's played very well apart from the Southampton game, but that was expected. I knew he would have a bad game sooner or later. It's going to happen.
I agree, Sam.
But to give him that rating, I agree. I mean, to give him a 4 or 5. Or was it a 4? He was given even after a red card and that performance. Yeah, it's too much. It's too high. I agree. It's you can't give that much of a rating for that performance.
I think the sentiment that Ads has is that I've heard it with Arsenal fans. He's better than Zouma. He could be a better signing than Thiago Silva.
Overhyping it.
I even heard people put him in the same sentence as Nesta, bro. Like I've
The
heard.
kid, well, can I just,
How
can I
much
just answer that?
VHS do you watch, Ram?
That's him.
Leave
That's
this
he
VHS
put him with that
video
bracket.
player
That's
alone.
him. There's no one else.
Yeah, that was you. You thought, who have I watched on VHS recently? The Nesta tapes in at the moment.
Cannavaro.
Yeah, Cannavaro.
I have this on.
He was
Twitter,
watching
bro.
Dennis Law documentaries before there was a Dennis Law documentary.
No, I have it on it. But
can I just respond to that? Because Gabriel, I mean, if you think about it, where he's come from and where he is now, I mean, he's been for me, he's been nothing short of incredible. He's a revelation for us. You know, I mean, our defense is normally so poor, so probably we're setting a low bar. Maybe you can say that, but at the same time, he's an amazing defender. I mean, I don't know how much of Arsenal's games you actually watch. I mean, Gabriel's been real solid. He's been really good.
Yeah,
if you consider this is his first 12, 13 games in the Premier League, I mean, you talk about potential. This guy's got a very high, potential ability level there. So,
Sam,
I
disagree with you.
Sam, can I ask a question?
Sorry, let me go.
Gabriel,
Sorry. I disagree with Matt, because when you look at Gabriel, when he's played in the back five, in the center of the five, he's looked good. Whenever he's played in the back four, he's looked erratic and disarray.
No, I disagree. He's solid. He's the most solid defender we've got in the middle there.
Well, why is it?
And why does he play every game when everyone else rotates?
Because he's better than what you have. It doesn't mean he's a great defender.
He plays every single game. He's the first defender on Arsenal's team sheet.
One, stop interrupting me. Two,
look at Kai.
You don't have good
So it is
defenders.
there.
But why is it coincide with the fact that when you switch to playing a back four, your defense has looked shaky? If he's really this great, he should be leading your defense, which he's not.
Why is that Gabriel's fault? Look at who's playing with.
Wait, stop. But look, he keeps
coming on.
He's young and he's still got a lot to learn, which is cool.
Listen,
don't hype and gas him up to be something that he's not yet.
I haven't said he's Nesta, but I said he has a potential to be a very, 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 very good defender.
Can I just because of Indiana?
Please do.
I know you want to wrap up. I just want to say two things. Everyone in chat saying that Gabriel and Zuma are on the same level. I disagree with you. I think Zuma's way better, way more composed defender compared to Gabriel. And I want to ask Sam a question. Sam, obviously, I like your footballing opinions, bro. Keep it up. I just want to ask you: do you think Gabriel's full potential will be met at Arsenal?
I think if we're going in, I mean, at the moment the direction we're going in is not right. But if the club actually gets us going in the direction we want to be going, I think yes, he can fulfil his potential with Arsenal, because Arsenal's a club that traditionally gives youngsters a chance, and that's what we're trying to do. Hopefully now, giving a few more of our youngsters a chance as well. And Gabriel's been the first name on the team sheet in basically this season, and he's been our best defender. And you look at all the trash he has to play with in defence. No wonder he's going to have a few games where he's going to be up and down.
He's not going to develop unless you get an alpha centre back next to him.
I agree with
that. I agree. We can bring in better than what we have. Definitely. Definitely.
You need a veteran for a couple of years. You need a veteran for a couple of years.
Listen, guys. Gabriel's good.
We're gonna wrap it up. We've been going for 2 hours, and that's long enough for anybody's ears, I think. So
what's extra?
Everyone hit the like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate it. We've had a lot of subscribers. We've had near on 20 subscribers. So which is great for this little channel. That's amazing. This is only our fifth. I think it's the 5th week. So fifth Forward Watch, which is great. Appreciate all of that, and everybody in the comments, everybody coming on. Prime, let's just go through our socials quickly. Start with Prime, work our way through. Prime, want to shout your socials up?
You can find me on Twitter right there, Latimus Prime X, where I will be feasting on Arsenal fans on Boxing Day.
and your channel?
Oh, that doesn't matter. I'm just waiting for Boxing Day.
It's Latimus Prime on YouTube. That's
Kai. Yeah, I know you don't do socials, but what's your channel, Kai?
I don't do socials because people find me and they send me inappropriate messages.
Yes.
Invite.
I told you I'd stop doing
Diana
that.
knows what I talk about. And Prime, you need to stop doing that as well.
I told you I'd stop.
And about this, you guys can find me. I'm doing a watch along for the Chelsea vs Arsenal game on Igal's channel. So please look out for that as well.
Yeah.
Also, me and Prime are starting our own show on my channel tomorrow.
Jeez.
We'll be talking basically Chelsea, the trends that are going on with Lampard and stuff like that. And don't worry, we're gonna have a Lampard in person as well. So all of you Chelsea fans are like, guys, just make it there, blah blah blah. So you're gonna
And
have
what is the channel, guy? What is the channel? What is the channel?
No filter football, KH. And that's pretty much.
Make sure. Prime, let's do this after. I want to get off the stream, man. Sam, your socials channels.
Yeah, I've got a small channel, Sam Greenwood TV, just do mainly Arsenal related stuff. Try and talk about slightly different things than what everyone's talking about, and also do some quizzes and stuff. And I jump on a lot of other guys' channels as well. I want to thank you guys for having me on. It's been great fun. It's good to talk with you guys, and thanks for letting me step in.
No, definitely. It's been great having you. Actually, it's been really good.
Cheers, thanks.
Ads, where can we find you?
You can find me at Stop. Okay, fine. If it's like that, then cool. You can find me at Adzils on Twitter. Always backing my boy Fred on there, and you can also find me on GNA. Yeah, you can also find me on GNA TV. Indiana's also on there in a few videos. Make sure to go check it out. Indiana, thanks for the platform, bro. Much appreciated.
Cheers, ads. We always love having ads on. Ram.
Yeah, just follow my Twitter, LRB Rams. That's pretty much it, really.
Okay, Andrew.
Just on Twitter at the Winter Surfer, but I'm in most chat rooms battling people. So,
He is.
the Lampard protector, Winter Surfer.
No, I'll be on your show tomorrow, Kai. You can count. I'm the Lampardine guy. Yeah.
Come on, let Bobs go. We've been going. It's 12:05. Bobs.
Yeah. So what? Bits and bobs on YouTube. There's my Twitter handle, and same again with the Twitter handle, but I don't have a underscore. That's my Instagram. Check me out. I do content about football, Man United. I do a weekend wrap up every Monday night. Prime. No point up for that. I also do Diana, you're a dick. I know. I do Bits and Bobs meets around a few people. We talk about society problems, football. And, make sure you support the channel and make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for having me on.
No, seriously, he's doing some great stuff on that channel. He really is. So go and check that out. Give all these guys a follow. Check out the channels. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. See, that's how tired I am. And thank you very much for tuning in, people. I'm so tired, man. I'm just I'm ready to go.